to the School Board Report. I'm Zoe Crespo here with School Board Vice President John Landers. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course, Zoe, somehow already the last school board update of the year.
BSTN was at the Civic Association Election Forum this month, and I saw that a parent from the levy committee was there to talk about the school renewal levy. May 5th is less than a week away. What do you want the community to know?
I think first, just start with a thank you to the Boardman Civic Association. They traditionally host an election forum, usually in November. This year, just with the amount of things on the ballot, also decided to do a primary one, and thank you to BSTN for being there and sharing that with the community. So yes, Christina Beggs, who's a levy committee member and has 2 children within the district, spoke as a representative of the levy committee about its importance to students and programs. So once again, Tuesday, May 5th is Election Day. It is a $5.9 million renewal levy that raises about $4.2 million a year, or about 7% of our general fund budget, which means it goes to things like utilities, like electric and water, transportation, buses, bus upkeep, gas, school personnel, teachers and benefits, educational materials, and supplies. I think it's also important to note that it's a current expense renewal that was first passed 30 years ago, so when I was in the school district. And also I think just to note, that same dollar now that was first passed in 1996 is worth about 45 cents now. So it is a current expense renewal levy for a 5-year term.
That's great. This week's school board meeting had recognition that included some wonderful community service.
Yes, I think that it's always one of the perks of our meetings. We held our meeting at Center Intermediate, so we had the opportunity to recognize a group from Center. But first off, we recognized senior Connor Boots, who was recently awarded his Eagle Scout award for his project, which he did in Boardman Park. It took about, I think, over 40 hours of work to build a ADA accessible trail. So he had to research and build that, and I think it was just impressive to really hear. Connor's super busy. He's involved in so many athletic and arts-based activities and has a job, and was somehow able to do that project as well. I think that really bodes well for his time management and whatever the future leads him to. Also, we recognize Mindy DePietro and the Center Panda Club, which is a group of 6th graders for leadership. I think with the help of Meridian Healthcare, we were able to bring that back in the district over the last few years. So they do community service, and I think one of the cool things for them is that I think in the next week or so, they're going down to the 3rd graders at each of our elementary schools to talk about the transition to Center, because that's a big move, and that's a big building and a big transition, and I think them hearing it from kids a few years older than them, as opposed to hearing it from teachers or parents or adults, I think will probably play a little better and help alleviate some of that nervousness for them. And then we also recognized our varsity cheerleading team, who recently placed 2nd in a state competition, and I know they're excited to get back to state again next year and try to bring that trophy home. So it's a very good evening full of recognition.
Mm-hmm. I also saw 6 teachers were awarded continuing contracts. What does that mean?
So it has a set of criteria, but ultimately it means that they kind of receive tenure. They have a continuing contract with the school district. There's a couple factors that play into that, such as duration of their time in the district, quality of evaluations they receive from the Ohio Teacher Evaluation System, and ultimately a recommendation from their respective principal in the building. So we had 2 from the high school, which included Joe Lendak and Mr. Hollabaugh here at BSTN, so we're very happy for him. Also 2 from Center Intermediate, art teacher Kate Sears and math teacher Mark Lias. And then kind of an art STEAM teacher at Glenwood, Chelsea Wisbar, and lastly a 1st grade teacher at Stadium, Andrea Lordy.
May is always such a busy time. Are there any dates you want to make sure the parents are aware of?
Sure, I think there's probably something every day in May. If you want to keep an eye on, we definitely recommend that you check out our website and our calendar, but I think some important ones for 6th grade orientation for students that are going to be entering Glenwood Junior High, so new 7th graders, is on May 6th at 6 p.m. We have the Honors Assembly on Tuesday, May 12th, starting at 6 p.m. at the BPAC for families and friends of graduating seniors. Also, our spring concert calendars coming up. Definitely recommend you check out the website because there's many to list there. But May 15th is our Project Mayhem Stadium show. And then lastly, commencement is set for Sunday, May 31st with a 2 p.m. start at Spartan Stadium. We just recently approved the list of graduates, and it's about, I believe, 285 students this year.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just, I think, we continue to promote the great elementary schools we have in the district, and we, probably about a month or 2 ago, we held our kindergarten kickoff. Just really want to reiterate to our community and families that have children that will be kindergartners to enroll now for kindergarten registration. In addition, spots are limited for Success by Six, which is a free summer program that we partner with the United Way, and to make sure, just you kind of start getting that communication about being ready. Somehow already we're talking about the start of the 26-27 school year. But thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Landers. The next school board meeting will be Monday, May 18th at Stadium Drive Elementary. And remember, the public is always welcome. I'm Zoe Crespo for BSTN, and have a great day, Spartans.